What is up, everyone? Incidental Racer here. So man, where to start? Myself, and I'm assuming a lot of other creators, were kind of waiting for new gameplay footage before we, did our final videos before the game release. And when it did, again, I think a lot of others, I was both excited and a little worried. The gameplay footage was released in 4K on YouTube, and what we could see looked pretty awesome. Unfortunately, it was kind of short. And I guess the part that made a lot of us worried is that there was a lot of clips. It wasn't continuous footage. It was, a shot and then it would cut to another shot. So, it made a lot of people assume they were cutting out bugs or clipping or things they didn't want people to see. I think a lot of those worries were actually kind of quelled when the drama of the early gameplay footage came out. Other creators have covered what happened specifically, so I won't get into that. I'm assuming most people know by now. My opinion on it is kind of middle of the road from both sides. While I see what the person was saying, and I think most of us in the gaming industry as gamers agree, we don't disagree with what that person was saying. Him posting it in the comment section for the gameplay footage video isn't going to solve anything. And yet they have every right to post it, and it's something we all should be talking about. So it's like, it's a double-edged sword. Where else do they say it and have their voice heard? And yet, how is the person in charge of the Twitter page supposed to resolve that issue in the comments section? It goes so much deeper than that. On the other side of that coin, while I understand whoever's in charge of the Twitter page, possibly with the game's target demographic, thinking it's okay to be an edgelord, and maybe it is, maybe it's funny a little bit. There's also, that aspect that they're the face of a company for a certain aspect of the internet. They're the face of this game and how people's concerns with the game are handled. And in that aspect, whoever was in charge of that, they didn't handle it right. They could have been funny and still kind of said, we are aware of those concerns and it's a bigger conversation. Unfortunately, this isn't the right place for us to have that conversation. And then made a funny edgelord comment. So yeah, that's the summary of my opinion on the Twitter drama. And I suppose actually before all that was the drama surrounding the game's official soundtrack. As everyone can tell from my content, I enjoy trap, I enjoy trap step. While I might not like most modern vocalists, I like all types of music. And that's just it. I personally do like all types of music. My recommendation for people on that is check out the playlist on my channel when you get burnt on the soundtrack. And now, what everyone is talking about, the gameplay footage leaks. To my understanding, there's been two major streams. One was a Romanian streamer, and the other, to the best of my knowledge, is a German streamer. At the time of making this video, I believe one of those streams has been pulled, and one is still up, and he might still be streaming, the German streamer, I believe. There's a lot of clips of these two streams on YouTube now, and I won't give any spoilers other than, a lot aren't high quality and a couple are. And from the ones that are, most people are excited. These gameplay leaks might be the best marketing that the game has got so far, and I think that the footage has made a lot of people not so worried about the things they were worried about. It's made people excited for the game, including myself. I think the gameplay looks pretty awesome. While I wasn't looking forward to the cartoony aspects, I've opened up a little bit. I'm thinking, it'll be fun to have one drift car that's super cartoony with all the effects turned on, and then my grip race car with none of the effects that's super realistic. It'll be cool to, attach those to the builds that I do. Now, onto my plans and my one little, concern issue with campaign versus multiplayer / online. While most of us are aware that some of the content won't be in the multiplayer version at release, that's not actually a huge issue for me as long as they change that within a reasonable amount of time. The big issue for me, and correct me in the comments section below if I'm wrong, is that my actual liveries, the wraps that I create in the campaign, won't be usable in the multiplayer. I won't be able to take that car, that build that I love, and transfer that wrap over to the multiplayer. So that's the biggest issue for me. And because of that, I'll probably be testing the game only playing the multiplayer. Unless I change that, and I'll let people know, my channel will kind of be a test for people to see, can I get the best cars only playing multiplayer? So with everything said in this video, and it got longer than I wanted it to, I'm excited. I think with the gameplay footage release, the game looks sick. I'm stoked to make some builds and drive them and see what videos I can make and if you guys like them. So comment, subscribe, like. I'm going to have a lot of videos coming up for the game, and I will keep doing my other videos as well. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry this got long, and I'm out.